Civilization or Barbarism, an Authentic Anthropology by Dr. Cheikh Anta. Plato describes the manner in which the demiurge made the celestial equator, animated by the movement of the same eternal essence, and the ecliptic, animated by the movement of the other. The matter that is involved in the perpetual becoming of births and deaths. Now, this whole composition, God cut it in two lengthwise, and having crossed the two halves, one on the top of the other at their centers, like a chi, X. He bent them in order to join them in circles, putting together the tips of each at the point opposite their intersection. Timas 36c. The movement of the outer circle was designated by him to be the movement of the substance of the same, that of the inner circle for the movement of the substance of the other. He oriented the movement of the same from left to right, following the side of a parallelogram, and that of the other from right to left in a diagonal. Timas 36b and c. This is indeed the oblique trajectory of the ecliptic in relation to the celestial equator. Strabo has already told us, see pages 273 through 274, that the Greeks did not know a single word of these ideas until the Egyptian works of astronomy were translated into Greek. These works are, for the most part, lost today, but their existence cannot be doubted in light of the precise testimony made by Strabo, who was a full-fledged scholar and, moreover, a user of this Egyptian science of astronomy. Therefore, he knew what he was talking about because he was speaking for himself. Strabo cited the ecliptic and the celestial equator precisely. Likewise, Diodorus of Sicily tells us that Onipides learned many secrets from the Egyptian priests and astronomers, and particularly the fact that the sun has an oblique rotation, ecliptic, oblique in relation to the celestial equator, directed towards the opposite side of the other stars. See page 322. In the same manner, Democritus spent 5 years in Egypt in order to study astronomy and geometry. From the above, it is thus clear that the Egyptian origin of Plato's ideas on astronomy found in the Timas cannot be doubted, particularly those dealing with the theory of the movement of the celestial spheres. For Plato, the one meaning the same and the many meaning the other cannot exist separately in the absolute, but they have to necessarily coexist in the being according to laws in order for them to form the universe. Timas, page 65. Plato considers the elementary solids, the cube, corresponding to the element earth, the tetrahedron, or the pyramid, fire, the octahedron, and the icosahedron, as types of geometric atoms that make up the universe, but are susceptible to wearing out instead of being indestructible because of the fact that necessarily is present in them. These geometric figures of the elements participate in the nature of ideas, but it is through their intermediary that the idea becomes flesh or thing. Plato constructs all these elements using the essence of the same, represented by the right angled isosceles triangle, always identical to itself, and the essence of the other, represented by the right angled scaling triangle, of which there is an infinite variety, corresponding to matter in becoming. With the help of these geometrical materials, he constructs in his own way, as must be emphasized, the cube and the pyramid, meaning earth, and fire, meaning Geb and Newt. And we'll pause right here. Continue back with the reading and final chapter of Civilization or Barbarism. I'm Uriel. Highest heart love.